What's up guys, 11 Clicks here, today in the review of the Marvel Legends Abomination BAF Wave Gameverse Avengers Iron Man. Here it is in the packaging, looking pretty good. Got Iron Man written there. It's a bit, these are sort of rattling around, it's a bit odd. Anyway, yeah, you got the Gameverse logo, it's a bit dirty, but yeah. Avengers logo. Big picture of all the characters on the back. A picture of this character and a read-up on the back, and the rest of the wave. After this one, I only have this one left to review, and then that'll be the wave done, and I'll review the Abomination. So let's get into it. So out of the packaging, the accessories you get in this figure is the Build-A-Figure piece, which obviously is a leg for this one. And then you get in two sets of hands, fisted hands and repulsor hands, and a nice pair of repulsor effects. So let's take a look at these. They are really nice there. And they're slightly different to regular repulsor effects. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'll get another pair and show you after this, but yeah, they look really nice. These hands, pretty nice. Repulsor hands that actually have a hinge, which is nice, because usually you just get them stuck like that. These ones actually have a hinge, which is really nice to see. And the detail on them is pretty good. You got all the joints and the fingers detailed, really nice. Then you get the fisted hands, which also look great. Again, there you go. Looking nice. So that's the accessories. So let's get into the figure. Okay, so out of the packaging here is Iron Man, looking pretty nice. This is obviously the game reverse design from the Avengers video game, just called the Avengers, which looks pretty nice. I've heard a few people complain a lot about this figure, and I think it's more to do with the design, especially this art corrector, which I do see. It does look like, sort of like a button that you get on a jacket. Yeah, and also, this kind of sparkly paint on this grey section doesn't look great, but other than that, I think it's a really nice figure. Yeah, pretty good Iron Man design. I really like the detail they've done on this figure, because, all of these joints, you got the grey joints with the painted red. They could have just done them in all red and it wouldn't have looked as nice, but the grey joints actually I think they look great, because it's like proper, mechanical design. Same with on the knee joints. You've got the gold and the greys on the legs and throughout. So yeah, look at the grey there. Really nice attention to detail on all of it. Even on the back. So really nice. This section here does look a bit plain. I mean, they could have put a little bit of gold or grey on the back, but not too much of an issue. I've got some gold going on the back of the head there, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I really like this figure. It's one of my favourite Iron Mans I've got so far. Probably not my favourite, but one of them. My favourite sort of, I guess you'd say, non-comic design. I prefer this figure to the MCU figures, just because all of them are they're all just really stiff. Although my Avengers Infinity War one is the opposite; it's really loose. So yeah, that's annoying, but yeah, and a lot of them don't have any interchangeable hands or anything, so I do really like this figure itself. And I'll show you the repulsor effects now. Okay, so here I've got an array of Marvel Legends repulsor effects. You've got one from the Iron Man, this nice frosted one came with Mark 7 Iron Man, just if you're wondering, because it's nice and frosted and everything. Most of them are just regular though. This one came with Iron Doom, so it's purple, but yeah. So the difference is, as you can kind of tell, these newer ones from the figure that I'm reviewing now, it's hard to see on camera than it is in real life, but they're not clear. So as you can see, you can't see through it. You can see my finger behind it there. You see this one, not at all. So it's a new sort of style for repulsor effects, which is quite interesting to see. It's just completely solid, whereas all the other ones are clear. So yeah, it's interesting. Never seen a solid one before. So yeah, let's try to show that off. So yeah, so on the touch repulsor effects, here's the ones that came with the figure. Just put it into the hand. Quite tight, but yeah, looks pretty good. Just like that. But doing the feet as well. Looks pretty good, but you can also, you can put any of them on, so if you want to have them with an orange instead. You can do that. You can do it with any colour. The nice frosted ones. There you go. So yeah, that's nice. One thing I just noticed, and I thought I'd mention, is you can put the repulsors in this gap here, and then you can get a cool sort of. If you get it from the right angle, it kind of looks like a rocket punch. You know what I mean? It's quite cool. You can also do it on. I got this one to do a comparison. The Gameverse Atmosphere Ironman has the same sort of thing. Yeah, these might be this. Yeah, I think these are the same mold. No, they're not. Oh no, they're not the same mold, but clearly they're similar. But yeah, you need the same on that one. So that looks pretty cool. Anyway, speaking of the Atmosphere armor, the head sculpt that came with it, the Gameverse Tony Stark, I believe does fit on this head. There you go. But as you'll notice, yeah, the neck looks a bit long. Just looks a bit odd with that long neck. That doesn't quite work, if I'm honest. Which is a bit frustrating because, it'd be nice to have a Tony Stark head for that, but yeah. Also try it with the Iron Man Tony Stark head sculpt from the MCU, and again, that's even worse. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's not quite gonna work. But if you did this head, you probably could get it from like a certain angle. It would look alright. Anyway, changing the hands. To change the hands, you just pop it out like that. Pop the next one back in. Really easy on this figure. And they look pretty good. Shit. Now let's get into the articulation. So, articulation on this figure is pretty good. Head moves up that far, which is great for flight poses, and then down that far, full 360, and a little bit of head pivot. Arms move up that far, which is not great, but you can sort of bring them up like that if you want to get him some pose with his arms in the air. See, but yeah, that's not great. Anyway, bicep swivel gets hindered by this pad, but you can get it. You can just about get it all the way around, but it does bend this plastic, so watch out. I think it's going to probably rub this paint off a bit, so I'd watch out. Double joint at the elbow. I'm trying to get that joint a bit stiff. I'm not sure if that's. Yeah, so the bicep piece sort of stops this joint here from rotating properly. So if you go like that, it just kind of gets stopped there. It's still far enough. So our hands, full 360 swivel, and we do get the hinging repulsor hands, but they don't hinge down very well. But the fist hands do hinge down, as you see there. And then your ab crunch forward that far, backwards that far. Full 360 waist swivel, clicky swivel. Legs move forward that far, back that far, out that far. So pretty far for a Marvel Legend, especially in Iron Man. Anyway, full 360 thigh swivel. A double bend at the knee. No boot rotation, but then you get the normal ankle rotation. There you go, and then up. So yeah, you can't get it up as far, and the pivot is also very restricted. You can kind of get it to go around, but especially on this side, but you can't really get like a flat swivel, pivot. I mean, so it's a bit annoying. But other than that, articulation is pretty good. For an Iron Man figure, again, the shoulder pads are annoying. It was the same with the Atmosphere, has the same problem. Well, I think it can get slightly higher, maybe. But yeah, it's the same with that. Just you want to rotate it up and put it out, and then do it. So yeah, that is doable. So here's a comparison between Gameverse Avengers Iron Man, got the normal one, and then the Atmosphere, which is just a recolor of what's it called? Oh, I forget now. It's the spacesuit, the white and gold one. So yeah, interesting to see the similarities. While the molds are different, the design is very similar. With the shoulder pads and the grey underneath on the arms and everything, which I do like because nice attention to detail. They've got similar You know, it really makes us feel like they're from the same, game universe, as they do follow very similar designs, but they're not the same mold, which I appreciate quite well. Those hands are the same though. I think the thigh is also the same, yeah. But other than that, different molds. This bit might be the same, but yeah, boots are definitely different. The whole body and the arms are different. So I would have thought they'd just use the same arms, but it's nice that they remolded it for this one. Head's different as well. Yeah. Anyway, that's the comparison between that one. For the comic Iron Man comparison, I've got the Iron Man 2020, which I reviewed not that long ago. Okay, so for the MCU Iron Man review, I've got the Mark 7. Don't know. Yeah. Sorry about that, but again, need to get back up on my Iron Man names. This is the Civil War though. The one from Civil War and the free pack. Yeah, the Battle Damage free pack with Captain America and Spider-Man. And then this is it repainted, but for Homecoming. So that's them, and then obviously the Mark Infinity War. That's what I'm just calling it, Mark Infinity War. Yeah, compared to that, the comparison. Not a massive fan of this figure. It's wobbly. Does that for whatever reason. So yeah, not a huge fan, but there you go. And then my favourite, the Mark 7. This is probably my favourite Iron Man figure. It's really nice. From the 10 years line. Yeah, so this figure is making me really excited for that Mark 3 that we're getting. And then hopefully a Mark 2, etc. Yeah, that's the MCU comparison. Now let's get into some poses. This is literally ridiculous. This necker stand just broke. This bit snapped, and now the figure's won't stay on because it's like broken. I'll show you. It just falls off because this bit's snapped, as you can see, so it, breaks. But fucking ridiculous. £15 for this stand. 15. It's the second one that's broken. It's not even a heavy figure. It's literally just Iron Man. It's not even heavy. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. So yeah, that was the end of this review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which will be the Miss Marvel from the same Abomination wave, and then that'll be the end. And then the review after that will be a review of the Abomination figures. So I can't wait. Stay tuned. See you in the next one.